All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's been mentioned with the baddest men on the planet. For a long time, though, the title fight eluded him. Not anymore. Here he is, the #1 heavyweight contender, finally making this walk and cracking a smile. He's waited a long time for this. He's not expecting a 25-minute war. He believes he has the power and the skills to get this thing done quickly. I guess we'll find out. Well, a lot of people think it's the most significant title in combat sports. No argument from me. Baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion. There he is in the flesh. What an absolute monster. What a title reign it has been. But a serious challenge in front of him here tonight. When this man became the heavyweight champion, a lot of people thought that this challenger was the one who would wrest the belt away. Now the fight is here. We'll see if we get a new champion or if this man continues one of the greatest heavyweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. 2 years apart, these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach. And with the official introductions, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Heath. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Brno, Czech Republic, presenting the challenger, Jiří Procházka. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 33 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira!
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. Oh, really using his reach advantage here as he lands the punch, DC.
Big punch land.
All right, hook attempt, no good. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Combination lands for him. It was hard to see a miss in that sequence. He's put it all together.
I mean, everything is just flowing. He's like in a zone. It's like the basketball hoop becomes twice its size. This guy today is looking at focus in his opponent.
Nice punch by Oliveira.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Takedown defense holds up. Oh, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. Punches blocked.
Real sneaky body kick.
Both guys throwing potential fight enders here in the early going. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Dig and kick.
Straight right hand now, just misses.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Single collar tie now, and they separate.
Nice punch land.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Nice 1-2 combination there.
Not only will this affect his ability to stand, but he can't really set down on his punches and he won't generate the power that he normally generates because he can't really get heavy on his leg. Nice right.
Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very accurate. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body.
Huge block there. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. And he comes through with a big knee.
That knee hurt him.
Oh, big left. Straight right, he misses. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Oh, beautiful 1-2 punch.
Nice kick.
Well, nice job there to use his opponent's offense against him as he lands the counter hook. Nice strike there by Oliveira.
Oh, big punch land.
Well, no problem getting inside to land that straight punch. He's got a huge edge and reach, and he made good use of it there. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block a shot that's incoming.
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Trying to stay in this fight. Some real power shots here. Oh, big left hook there. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do. Oh! Head kick. Oh! Oh, big left.
Oh, nice high kick. Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. And they separate.
Look at the whip action that comes from throwing that kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment.
So a strong 5 minutes down. All right, so there's the end of the round. Few things in MMA more devastating than a head kick, and nearly produced a knockout for him there.
We talked to him earlier in the week, and he talked about chances to take the kicks high. He got a chance, he took it, He landed that kick and almost got the fight finished. Let's see if he can go and do that again. Throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
And he landed the right hand there. Went for the inside leg kick. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Massive knee lands inside.
Back and forth we go. Now he's got the Muay Thai block. Oh. And he caught the kick. And now he's got that Thai clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
Nice straight punch.
Oh, so the taller fighter lands a flush knee. Oh, and he caught the kick. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
He blocks the shot. How about that shin?
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, and he caught the kick.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, lands another shot to the body, beautifully placed as he continues to punish his opponent's midsection here in this round.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight just knowing how to fight behind your chest.
Clean with the right hook. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do.
He's gonna start looking to land big shots from the top.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You gotta be careful. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Oliveira. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Closed guard.
Now he's gonna try to attack Kamaru here. The Kamaru is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Now he's able to isolate that left arm.
Look for him to step over the top of the head to lift his opponent onto his hip to chase this finish. The Kamaru is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kamaru.
Oh!
And the turn on the elbow, and he's going to chase the submission finish.
Not tapping out tonight. All All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Close guard. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Oliveira has got full mount now. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Straight right hand, no good.
Big kick lands. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch to the clinch.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand? Right level.
And potentially a critical takedown here. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. He's going to attack armbar here. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Somehow stays in the fight. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, that right hand is on point. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
Oh, wow. Oh! No, actually, he goes to an inverted triangle to try to get the finish.
And he's out. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. That can't feel good. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish him because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura.
Oh, he postured up there. Nicely done. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Back mount now. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds.
Sit down. Deep breaths. Breathe. Slow that up. You're not tired. I don't care. You're going to get out there and you're going to work.
All right, here we go, 4th round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon. Good punch, Lance.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Trying to hammer that lead leg. Just a slip there.
Big kick land.
Oh, beautifully timed with the Superman punch. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Hey, oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment.
And that's going to do it.
He's done. He's done. What a performance.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming. So a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages. Let's get it to Bruce Buffer now. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Lavigne has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 12 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Procházka.
So there he is, the new UFC heavyweight champion. DC, I remember when that was your reality. I'm not sure I've ever seen you so emotional in the octagon.
I mean, I was so excited. He could take a breath, but he better turn right around and focus on what's right behind him, because there are sharks in the water the moment that belt changes hands. A lot of guys will be looking to take it from him, but congratulations to the champ. He's got his night.